Okay, so U.S. Russia's turns over. I'm realizing I made more mistakes than I even realized during my German turn. I just kind of flubbed that all together. The entire time that I left 16 infantry here was because I was planning on my 5 fighters being over in West Russia, and then I decided to leave them here, and I didn't move guys out. So I way overstacked France. I didn't send my whole air fleet here at Northwest Europe. It was just an all-around not my best round. Let's just say that. But that being said, uh, he messaged me. He took his turn before he had his morning coffee. He left a UK transport stranded with his moves with Germany's turn right now, and he forgot to go into Alaska and take it for free. So, you know, both of us making some kind of silly mistakes. On the bigger scheme of things, though, the good news is he did pull his Russian troops out to Moscow. Um, so that means he's not going to leave Kaza stacked. So that's the nice. We can push hard with Japan. We need to push hard because I don't want him just to turn this into a West Russia stack, which I think he probably will be able to do in all reality. Um, I didn't really check it all out. I probably should pull out the calculator and do all my calculations and whatnot and see if I could stop him. Um, I mean, yeah, I just did just a real fast just unit count. Now, I don't think I could dead zone West Russia regardless. So I think he's going to be able to restack West Russia. So we definitely got to get our units coming up here so that we can push these guys back and not get dead zoned right out of Karelia, because that would not be good. But meanwhile, we just need to blitz units up. So I'll probably be building any extra money will go towards tanks to get them up, but we'll be building our 13 units a turn, and like I said, excess tanks is where we'll spend our money on to get people up to Kaza as fast as we can. I am going to exit West Russia, so I do need to make sure I keep my fighters covered. He did a good job. He's got actually 7 fighters with a tank that he can throw for a kill shot in here, so I do need to cover it up fairly decently. So I'm going to leave 2 infantry and an AA here. That makes my fighters pretty darn safe. Plus, when it comes Russia's turn to trade West Russia, he has to deal with an AA and means he'll overstack and we'll get the kill. So, I'm okay with that. For the a positional advantage that it got us, the Kaza stack not staying. It got us down in here. So I think all in all, I think it was a win for us in that and those small positional issues. I have 45 IPC this turn, but I only got 13 spots I can build in. I am going to go ahead and save 3, buy me 10 and 3. The reason I'm going to save me 3 is I'm going to take a shot at Caucasus here. I don't know that it's a great shot, to be perfectly honest. So we'll have to see how that goes. That'll determine where these 10 guys go exactly. But I'm going to take a shot at it. I'm not counting on getting that income. So if I don't get that income and I get 2, 2, and I get these 3, that'll put me at 45 with 3 saved. And so the next turn I'll be able to buy 15 infantry. So we're going to go ahead and get some artillery on the board just because artillery are going to be nice later on to help dead zone France from a France stack as we start getting more and more units pushed this way. So what we're going to, excuse me, we're going to have infantry artillery tank here. So he's got these 4 units. I have infantry artillery tank. My bomber is going to land here, which can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come back here 6 with an infantry cover for his air bit. So we're going to threaten to kill those, and if he moves them all there, I'll be able to blitz a tank and back unless he goes ahead and moves infantry down with his transport, which he very well may move infantry down here. I'm fine with that. That's a transport taking extra turns out of shucking units over, so I will not be upset if that's what happens. Do want to make sure we take that free guy. We're going to stack kill him, so we're not going to forget that this time. So we're going to try 3 and a bomber versus 3. It's like a 75% chance I take it. At the very least, hopefully we kill out some guys. Go ahead and just move our stacks on in there. I am playing this game a little bit looser, not calculating quite as much, but the plan is to push my 10 guys, or 9 guys maybe, and 1 guy here in case he does a UK kill and then can blitz his tanks through. So we may want infantry soaker upper where we'll have tanks. We'll see. It'll just kind of depend. This is the key battle this round. So one of the things I didn't say, since he's not doing the med now, and he always could turn around and reestablish it as we move along, but he's not doing the med now. He's looking at the Finn Shuck mainly. So I need to get units up that way as fast as possible. So I need to minimally stack France, but still be safe. And so that's what we're going to do this turn. To minimally stack France, that means we want the units that can move the furthest staying back, and having the as many of the infantry moving out as we can. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 2 hits, 2 hits. Ugh. Come on. 2 hits. Ugh. Mr. Bomber, what the heck? Okay, now that throws a wrench because I was not counting on infantry living. Well, not 2 infantry, certainly. That sucked. And that throws a little bit of a monkey wrench on things because that's going to make Ukraine vulnerable. And you'll notice none of the other spots here, real quick, I know I just clicked on it. These spots can't reach where I want them to get to. Now, West Russia could have, but, we don't want to land in West Russia, obviously. But here gives us a shot to help cover up down in Africa. Alright, now what does that mean for here? So he could take a tank, 2 infantry. If he really wanted to be annoying, he'd take 4 tanks and some more fighters, but, I'll be able to blitz through there. I don't think he'd use fighters to clear West Russia, so he won't be able to move a Russian tank here. So I will have my tanks that can come back through there. He's got, what, 4 UK and 2, so if I move 7 or 8 units here, if I do 8, and 2 back to deal with, so then now I'll have my 2 infantry, I'll have my 6 air, and all my tanks that can dead zone that, so hopefully he won't do more than the 2 infantry. But, whatever he chooses is his choice. So we're going to leave 8 infantry. I could go down to 7 on here. This is one I did do the calculators on. I'm almost tempted to do so. What does 7 look like? if he did a two-wave attack, I only looked at what the U.S. attacked. But if the UK came in there, they could send 2 infantry, 2 tanks, 2 fighters, and a cruiser. Does that look like? That's a negative value for him, and that's without me 1, 2, 3 flying any Japan fighters over. So I could fly some Japan fighters over to help reinforce. Let's see what happens if we send 3 fighters over. I know you can't see my screen, but if I send 3 fighters over, then I'm likely to have 5 fighters live, which is would be my 5G fighter. So I'm okay with that. I think we're going to take this all the way down to 7 and tempt them. So I want to get as much units going this way because that's where he's looking to try and flood units to now, it looks like. Now again, he very easily can pivot shift back here to C Zone 13. He's got 1, 2, 3, another one would be 4, 7 units that can come here. I've only got my 5 fighters. My bombers out of place for helping dead zone there. My other 2 Japan bombers are out of place, but we're going to bring them back into the picture. We're going to try and keep all my Japan air in this side of the map, either in Karelia to make, C Zone 3 rough, try to keep a fighter stack over here with the Germans. I don't know. We'll see. I want to try to make, even though he's got a lot of boats running around, I want to make it as hard as I can. And again, I really want to try to prevent him from going back into the Mediterranean. So there we go. And I'm glad I did not count on taking that. I guess I shouldn't count on the bomber helping next turn anyways, with that kind of statistics. What I do want to make sure, yeah, we got save AA on. Okay. All right, so that's what the map is looking like. We did move back into here. I didn't really calculate this out, but I don't think you'd have enough to hurt me here. Again, suppose I probably should have calculated out, but when he moves Russia into West Russia, that's when it's going to get a little bit more iffy, because that's a pretty big stack he's moving there. And if he just keeps these here and challenges me to do a strafe or take, that could be a bit of a challenge. So we may end up having to fly these guys up here and maybe push back a just infantry stack again. I don't know. We're going to see. So this was my setup down here. I knew Egypt, he's going to have an infantry, 4 fighters if he wanted to, because I don't think he's going to take that West Russia battle to kill if I put one guy back here and then these guys would just walk in. So there was no point even bothering. I wasn't going to hold this for next turn, so might as well just let it go. Might as well just come in deeper. And so now we've got a very soft dead zone with the bomber threat, and hopefully where I can blitz and grab. If he jumps down here, then at least we're taking a transport out of turn. So I'm also surprised he has 2 transports there. I'm not sure. I didn't look at what the logistics were of everything. I don't know if he was one of them back here last turn, maybe. That's probably the case. It was probably one was here and he needed to come here instead of there. I don't remember, instead of coming back. But anyways, I was surprised to see 2 transports with only 2 infantry. Oh, there we go.